In the movie Jurassic Park, fictional scientists brought the dinosaurs back to life on a remote Caribbean island. On just such an island, real scientists are now searching for the fossils that inspired the movie. These are the amber hunters. The treasure they seek may finally reveal the lost secrets of the prehistoric world. These hunters are at the forefront of a new age in dinosaur research. They are part of a scientific mission that, if successful, could bring back the lost world of the dinosaurs. They are searching for the ultimate fossils. Creatures that died millions of years ago and yet survive intact, preserved in amber. Amber is nature's undertaker. The animals, plants, and insects it entombs provide a unique snapshot of life millions of years ago. Amber is also in great demand for its beauty and expensive because of its rarity. Only 20 locations around the world produce amber. This is one of them. The Dominican Republic, on the Caribbean island of Hispaniola. Amber was already prized by the natives when Spanish explorers arrived here 500 years ago. Today, the bustling markets and streets of Santo Domingo, the island's capital, harbor a brisk trade in this fossil gold. Tourists by the thousands flock to traders in search of cheap amber jewelry and fossil curios. The island also attracts professional amber hunters like Roy Larimer. Once a diamond dealer, he has moved into amber in a big way. It's in great demand for jewelry, but also for science. Amber hunting is high-stakes paleontology. Roy is tracking down new fossils that reveal amazing discoveries about life millions of years ago. This cockroach is 20 million years old. The amber preserved what it ate, the genetic code in its cells, and the atmosphere it lived in. Amber's tiny bubbles could even contain the air the dinosaurs breathed 65 million years ago.
Hey, Jorge.
Hey, Roy.
How you doing?
Hey, man.
Roy buys over 40,000 pieces of amber a year from dealers like Jorge Caridad. But before he buys, he has to examine every piece carefully.
You see this?
I'm looking for a good price on a few. Let me pick out a couple here. It's a bit of a gamble when buying the amber because you never know what you're going to find inside. Certain pieces will yield insect and fossil material, and certain pieces may come up barren or sterile. An exceptional piece of amber can sell for as much as $25,000 to $30,000, depending on what's in it. Vertebrates like lizards and frogs are certainly those types of pieces that do seem to fetch that kind of money. What do you need to get for this little group here?
For the price?
Yeah,
Give me 2,000 each pieces.
that's a fair
Very
price.
good pieces.
That's a very fair price. We got a deal.
The rarest and most prized amber is blue. A chunk like this can sell for $2,000. But when Roy scours the markets, he's less concerned with the color than what the amber contains. To get the best deal, Roy buys in bulk. A single fossil may be worth more than all the rest put together. This game of bluff and double bluff requires a cool head and a poker face. Roy's competitors are private collectors. To beat them to the best fossils, Roy and geologist Manuel Iturralde Vignent go in search of the source.
They are sandstone. You see that the landscape is very peculiar. And then what you saw, you see it on the top of the hills.
It takes at least 1 million years to create a piece of amber. 20 million years ago, before these mountains existed, huge forests covered the low-lying island of Hispaniola. A now extinct species of Hymenaea tree thrived here, producing large flows of resin, which eventually hardened. Resin is nature's way of protecting trees from attack by burrowing insects and animals. It's highly effective. In seconds, it traps its victims and kills them. When the trees died, they were washed into rivers, and the slow process of fossilization began. After the resin sank to the bottom, silt and mud buried it. After millions of years, layer after layer was compressed until immense pressures hardened the resin into amber. Later, the continents collided, pushing and buckling the shores into mountains. Today, Roy and Manuel are following the geological clues left by these ancient marine rocks deep into the mountains. All along the path, shafts have been driven into the earth. They have reached La Taca, a major source of Dominican amber. Some of these hand-dug shafts are up to 200 feet deep. Inside, the humidity is stifling. Temperatures can reach 100 degrees. For the miners, digging for amber is backbreaking and dangerous work. Tropical rains are frequent, and the tunnels quickly flood. The ceiling of the shaft has no support and could collapse at any moment. La Taca has claimed the lives of several miners. Most of these men have seen their friends killed or injured. Yet the quest for amber drives them on. They ignore the dangers. The mine can yield several pounds a day, much of it containing fossils. Chunks of raw amber are often no more than a few inches long. The dirt and darkness make it hard for Roy to see if there are any valuable fossils inside. In the mining village nearby, Roy makes one final deal before heading home. Amber is considered a semi-precious stone even without fossils. Some he'll fashion into jewelry. Some he will sell to other collectors. When they return to New York, the amber hunters will travel back in time to the age of the dinosaurs. The American Museum of Natural History in New York, where the real amber hunters come face to face with the fictional world of Jurassic Park. David Grimaldi's dream is to use amber to reconstruct the extinct worlds of the distant past. Fascinated by bugs as a boy, he is now a world authority on extinct insects, examining thousands of pieces of amber a year for new species.
It never gets boring. I mean, it's almost an obsession going through this material. The thrill never stops, and I've seen hundreds of thousands of pieces of Dominican amber, and when you find something new you've ever seen that you haven't ever seen before, it's still thrilling. Roy, Manuel, how are you?
Good, Dave. How are you?
Roy's return marks another round in the ongoing quest for a new discovery.
What'd you get, Roy?
I think we've got something special here.
Oh, excellent.
Roy has brought back 2,000 pieces, but only David knows if Roy's hunches were right. These stunning pieces contain more than just fossils. They capture the drama of life and death 20 million years ago. This gecko lizard obviously fought to stay alive as the resin crept over it. An X-ray reveals its spine is broken in several places, powerful testimony to its instinct for survival. As the stricken gecko struggled desperately to free itself, it broke its back, then perished. Naturalists have long been fascinated by the properties of amber, but few realized just how important the fossils were. Only recently has amber's full potential been realized.
Technology has revealed a level of preservation that was unexpected. Soft tissues, things like muscles and organs are intact in these things. They're dried out, but it's beautifully embalmed. I mean, ancient Egyptian morticians would have been envious of this kind of embalming.
The ancestors of tiny creatures like this ant and this primeval millipede are among the oldest life forms on Earth. In fact, David Grimaldi believes bugs are fundamental to the story of life.
For scientists like myself who are interested in the study, the history, the evolution of life, insects are the natural thing to study. They're the most diverse organisms on Earth, the most abundant kind of animals on Earth, and they're also among the earliest land animals. In those terms, insects are evolutionarily probably the most successful life form on our planet.
Although we like to think mankind dominates our planet, the insects truly ruled the Earth. Their reign began 440 million years ago. No other creatures can compete with them. From the poles to the tropics, they thrive on land and burrow deep underground. They've taken to water and they've filled the air. Close up, they look like terrifying creatures from some alien world, yet they live among us.
What this is a small piece of Dominican amber with an inclusion of a common stingless bee, Proplebea dominicana in it. These are opposite
Grimaldi
halves of
is on the threshold of paleontology's final frontier. With an electron microscope, he is hunting for fossilized tissues, cells, and molecules in a piece of amber. Enlarged 20,000 times, the spongy brain tissue in this long extinct bee becomes clearly visible. Air sacs lie crumpled like a used parachute. Clumps of pollen from an unknown plant surround the tip of its tail. Seeing such spectacular preservation, Grimaldi faced a tantalizing possibility. If individual cells survive, could DNA, the genetic code within them, also survive? Even more intriguing, could the blood in this bloated tick contain the DNA of its long extinct victim? In Jurassic Park, scientists used blood from a mosquito to clone the dinosaurs. But extracting DNA from an insect and cloning it is time-consuming and delicate work. Breaking open a piece of amber is as tricky as cutting a diamond. The amber must be cut as close to the insect as possible. Too close will destroy it. Not close enough, and it remains concealed. If the cut is precise, the amber will split right through the middle of the insect, revealing perfect, undamaged tissue. After Grimaldi exposes the tissue, he must quickly and carefully extract it to avoid contamination. Grimaldi compares the process to unwrapping a mummy. An ancient cell, no matter how well preserved, may contain only 2/trillionths of a gram of DNA. It took a decade of trying before scientists at the American Museum of Natural History finally hit the jackpot. They successfully extracted the DNA of a termite like this. Only 300 fragments of DNA survived out of millions. Yet, still within their grasp was the genetic blueprint of an animal that has not been seen for 20 million years. Science had moved a step closer to Jurassic Park. Now the question was, could DNA as old as the dinosaurs also survive? The quest for ancient DNA turned to amber more than 65 million years old. But dinosaur period amber is among the rarest. This caterpillar, found in Lebanon, is one of only a handful of its kind ever found. It probably lived in the same forest and ate the same leaves as the dinosaurs 120 million years ago. In 1993, the same day as Jurassic Park premiered, the news that DNA had been recovered from another Lebanese fossil had everyone asking, could dinosaurs really be brought back to life? While the stories made headlines, David Grimaldi was on the verge of his own astonishing discovery. One day, an amateur amber collector brought news Grimaldi had waited years to hear. Grimaldi hit the road immediately and headed not to some exotic jungle, but to New Jersey. Here, while land was being cleared for new houses, construction workers uncovered a large seam of amber dating back to the dinosaurs. The sight was beyond Grimaldi's wildest dreams.
My immediate reaction was, I think I was a bit stunned when he showed me that amber, perhaps a bit, I was in somewhat disbelief, and it really wasn't until he brought me out to this site that I actually believed that there was this abundance in a particular area.
Grimaldi and his team have worked against the clock to recover as much amber as possible. To keep other fossil hunters from exploiting the site, its exact location has been kept secret. Amber is just below the surface.
This is a really wonderful piece that has just come out. It's a flow, part of a flow or stalactite of amber, and it actually has a crack in it. But these particular pieces are very likely to have insects in it, and it has some transparency to it.
The amber dates back to the Cretaceous period, 90 million years ago.
It's a real nice gemstone.
Oh boy, yeah, that's real
Cloning
nice.
dinosaurs is still science fiction, but piece by piece, amber is helping David Grimaldi reconstruct the world they lived in.
Ooh, gemstone.
Yes.
Nice one.
go.
This site is going to be one of the best Cretaceous deposits in the world. It might not have dinosaurs in it, but it has a remarkable array of fossil flowers preserved in the clays. That plus the ambers and the hundreds of varieties and species of insects and other organisms preserved in the ambers give us a unique insight into the ecology of a Cretaceous community.
This piece of amber contains the world's oldest known ant, and with it the seeds of a revolution that would radically alter the landscape and change the course of life on Earth. This is the real Jurassic Park. A lush, green, primeval world. It was filled with giant plants like the tree fern, which grew 40 feet tall and had poisonous leaves to protect itself from hungry dinosaurs. Some of these giants have miniature descendants like the horsetail, a plant that's been around for 350 million years. Plant fossils, like those found in amber, helped Jenny Evans of the Royal Botanic Garden in London, England, recreate this ancient and exotic world.
Before the Cretaceous, before the first flowering plants, environments would have looked pretty strange to us. There'd have been very little colour in terms of petals, but we did have a lot of different kinds of green. You'd have had the unfurling fern fronds would have been red or pink, but that would have been the only colour you'd see.
The dinosaurs evolved in a world without colorful or fragrant flowers. But things were about to change. This is the oldest flower. Preserved in amber, it blossomed on an oak-like tree in some far-off springtime. Only amber captures in such vivid detail the moment the flowering plants took over the earth.
This is what the very first flowering plants would have looked like back in the mid-Cretaceous, 100 million years ago. Each of the individual little yellow blobs is a full flower in its own right. And in this flower we see several things that make it quite different from anything that's gone before. First thing is that the seeds are actually protected inside a coat, which means that they stand far more chance of maturing and germinating into the next generation. Secondly, these plants are actually using insects to carry pollen from one plant to another.
Flowers signaled the beginning of a new way of reproducing. For the first time, seeds had to be fertilized by pollen from another plant. To complete the sexual act, a third party was needed. Attracted by bright petals, sweet nectar, and powerful scents, insects became the unwitting accomplices to plant sex. The result was an explosion of color. Without flowers, our world would be unrecognizable. Today, they make up well over 90% of all plant species.
These plants really represent a major revolution in plant structure, and without them, we wouldn't have any human life on land. These plants are found from the Arctic to the tropics, and we rely on them in so many ways for all our food.
Because of amber, the real Jurassic Park is coming alive. The amber hunters are driven by the knowledge that still more secrets lie hidden in this remarkable gem, waiting to be discovered. Insects unknown to science. Real-life dramas frozen in time. Minute details never seen before. And ultimately, perhaps, the elusive insect that shortly before it died pierced the flesh of a dinosaur and fed on its blood.